Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 54 of my 2025 bodybuilding prep series. My name is Zach, and what we're watching here is my fifth pull session of my current 6-week-long fat loss emphasis mesocycle. So it's 5 weeks of accumulation, which is accumulating fatigue from lifting, and 5 weeks of dieting at around 250 calorie deficit, followed by 1 week deload, in which I'll take it lighter and easier on training and also bring calories up to maintenance level to reduce fatigue. And like I said, so the fifth session here, and it's, oh man, the weather's finally starting to get nice down here in Texas. It has been beautiful this week, so really enjoying the temperature change. Right now, what we're seeing here is my correction to my mistake I made during the first week and a half to 2 weeks of this mesocycle. I kept forgetting to do, to train calves. And it's probably because I was doing calves like 4 times a week, and then it just, once I got into the more difficult weeks of that massing cycle where I was doing, you know, like the most volume, the highest intensity, the closest to failure, it just started wrecking me. And it also wasn't, I've been playing around with my programming to figure out where I want to put calf raises, and then so I ended up just leaving them out like a silly little goose. But they're back in now. The last pull session, episode 51, we also did calf raises at the beginning. So I think I'm just going to stick with this, do calf raises at the beginning of my pull session. And the reason for that is because it's far away from leg day, so it's not going to cause any problems with my quad, hamstring, and glute work. And it's also right at the beginning of the pull day, so it's fresh, and it's not going to interfere with any of my pull day stuff. So I'm going to keep it there. We'll just do calves every pull session, which is still twice a week essentially. So that should be fine for maintaining muscle, which is the goal right now since I'm on a fat loss phase. So kind of missed the cue there a minute ago for markers of hypertrophy stimulus. So let's see here. So after leg day, I'm not really feeling much. I was about to say my calves are sore, but it's because I did calves. So today is actually the day after this session that you're seeing right now. So it's still pretty close by. But yeah, so legs are not really fatigued at all from the leg day, which was, let's see, it would be 3 days ago now, so that makes sense. I should be pretty much back. The only thing really is the hip flexors. And then for push day, that push day is getting very spicy. It's, even with my decreased calories, I'm still getting pretty freaking sore. Yeah, side delts are nice and sore from the increase in weight on overhead presses. Chest is pretty sore. I'd say side delts are like an 8 out of 10, 7 to 8 out of 10. Chest is maybe 5 to 6 out of 10 soreness. Triceps, yeah, once again, the long head is getting more sore than the other two. But yeah, maybe like a 4 or 5 out of 10 on the triceps. So pretty good markers of hypertrophy stimulus considering we're at a deficit. But let's talk about that a little bit. So a little update on my diet. As you can see with the thumbnail, yes, I did in fact cheat, quote unquote, on my diet last night. I've mentioned multiple times, and then even more recently, I think it might have been episode 53. I think it was episode 50. It was either 52 or 53 where I was talking about being kind to yourself and not being so harsh on yourself, giving yourself some leeway like you would do with someone else. And that's definitely the case for me today, because last night I was like the hungry little caterpillar, man. I freaking smashed through, what did I have? So my normal diet, let me pull up Chronometer. I think it's like 2,399 is what it was. That was my previous. Okay, so I've got, of course, today is just back on track like normal, and it's 23. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. 2388. My target is 2,388 calories, which is actually quite a bit, but not really for me because I'm very active just normally throughout the day. I'm always doing like household chores and stuff like that, and then I've also got little puppers to play around with, and the folks that I live with need my help, so help them out too. Cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. So I'm pretty active, but what happened last night? Okay, so I was feeling very tired, and like the diet fatigue was really starting to have some mental effects. Like anyone who's been like consistently dieting and really making sure that they're hypocaloric for, once you get a couple weeks into that, you start to kind of feel the effects of it. And for whatever reason, I was just really feeling it last night. So I decided to go ahead and do what could be considered like a refeed, which is essentially where you're replenishing your glycogen stores and giving your body kind of like an influx of nutrients to be able to repair and recover and to set yourself up for, usually someone might do something like that for an athletic event or some kind of performance. I was just doing it to drop off some diet fatigue. But here's the key thing. I may have set myself back 1 day, 1 to 2 days maybe. And here's my logic on it. I ate about 1,000 calories-ish. Actually, let me look at it. I've got it still pulled up here. So 1,128 calories over what I was supposed to have yesterday. So you might be thinking, oh my God, that's crazy. That's a lot of calories. But here's what I ate. I had 2 bananas, 1 apple, a half a cup of it's a Power Up. It's like a protein trail mix. It's got the little fruit bits, but they're not candied. It's supposed to be like a pretty healthy trail mix, and just based on the macros, it is pretty healthy. There's not a bunch of like added sugar and stuff like that. So 2 bananas, an apple, the half cup trail mix, and then one of those Cliff Builders bars, like a protein bar. And I was pretty much stuffed after that. And it felt great. It was wonderful. Now, the interesting thing is the effect it had on my weight. So I was 176 the morning of this session, and then I did that refeed last night, so that would be the night of this session. And then today when I weighed myself, I was 179. So I've mentioned before how eating excess carbs can... Dang, my shoulder actually looks kind of nuts right there. I'm so excited to get super lean. I can't wait to see. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. The weight increase there, 3 pounds. How many calories would I have to eat to gain 3 pounds of fat? I mean, it would have to be all fat calories, and it would have to be, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10 and a half. So 10,500 calories of fat would put 3 pounds of fat on me. And even then, it probably wouldn't. My body would probably waste some of that, or get rid of it through the GI tract or something like that. And so it's interesting to have a 3 pound weight gain. So probably most of that is water. And then, of course, especially that Builder bar has probably got quite a bit of added sodium to it just for taste. So that also probably helped put a little water on me. But let's talk about the psychology of this incident, because it's really interesting. This is one of those situations, like the reason I ate that much last night, it's all psychological. It was pure psychological. I was like really I was feeling irritable, you know what I mean? I just kind of felt crummy. I've been going to sleep earlier and earlier, although to be fair, part of that is because I'm waking up early and trying to lift from like 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m.-ish. That way I'm available when all the rest of my housemates wake up. I can make breakfast for everybody and stuff like that. But I've been getting up a little earlier, And it's been pretty consistent weight decreases, but to have 3 pound increase like that, it could be super scary. I could, like, after I weighed myself, I knew it was going to be more, but I could have been like, oh my God, dude, I just like, because based on my calories right now, I'm losing half a pound a week. So if I actually gained 3 full pounds of fat, which I didn't, but if I did gain 3 full pounds of fat, that one night of eating pretty much healthy foods over my calories, if I wasn't privy to the information about diet and the way that nutrients work when they're being digested, and fat accumulation and storage and glycogen and sodium and water retention, all that stuff, I didn't know about all that stuff, I might be thinking, okay, 500 calories a day so it's half a pound a week, so it's 250 calories a day, and then that corresponds over 7 days to half a pound of fat a week from that deficit. So how many weeks is that if it's 3 pounds? That's 6 weeks. So I might be thinking to myself, if I didn't know all that stuff, I might be thinking, oh my gosh, I just put myself behind 6 weeks on my diet. This is terrible. This is really bad. I'm screwed. That's longer than the whole mesocycle. Or that is the length of the whole mesocycle here. It's a 6 week meso, but I'm technically only losing fat for 5 of those weeks. So I just threw my diet out. But it's not true. That's the thing. It's not true. And aside from just being kind to myself, having knowledge and learning more about diet, nutrition, and the way that these things take place when you do eat an excess of calories or refeed or something like that, or if you go up to maintenance, or why you do certain things, knowing that stuff can help relieve and reduce some of that anxiety that might come from these, psychological decisions that people make. And especially this, it wasn't necessarily a rash decision last night. It was more of one where I was like kind of weighing, like, this might set me back a day or two, but I am really feeling kind of crummy. And so I just went for it. And like I said, I could freak out about it now and I could swing the other way super hard, go like, okay, I need to drop my calories by like 500 calories a day, and do that for like a week at least, and then I'll be able to start seeing changes here. But that would really be a big mistake, because then I'm setting myself up to lose muscle. So think about that picture. The picture of, I do the refeed with pretty much healthy foods, and I gain, I would say maybe I gained 15 to 30 grams of fat. I would say 100 grams of fat maximum from eating all that last night. That's like nothing. 100 grams, that's a tenth of a kilogram, and a kilogram is what, 2.2 pounds? So that's like 5% of a pound, maybe a little bit more than that, 6% of a pound. It's nothing, guys. Like I said, maybe 2 days of this deficit I've been on, and that will be taken care of. But the benefit now is that I'm not super hungry. I woke up this morning not even feeling that hungry. So I relieved myself of some of that diet pressure. So that's kind of the logic I have going on during this thing. You got to be kind to yourself, but also try to be logical about it. You can have what you want, but also push towards your goals. So, that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. I kind of missed out on all the exercise talk, but mostly during this video, guys, I wanted to talk about what happens if you slip up on your diet and you're not, you're stressing out about it, you're feeling like you're off track now, you need to go super hard. Forget all that stuff, guys. Be reasonable. Be calm. Try your best to be calm and reasonable, and just get back onto your plan. Get back to it. Even if I went ham and ate like a whole large pizza and ate like 4,000 calories, that's going to set me back longer, but it's not going to ruin the whole diet. Get back on track. Get back to your way, and after a couple days, you'll feel better about the whole thing. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. But please, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and hit like. And if you want to see more, if you want to hear more discussions like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I put out a video just about every day. I've been moving them around a little bit so I can get some more editing in and hone my editing skills. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you later, guys.